How are you doing? My name is Rick Mwangi, popularly known as Dog War. I'm a clinical psychologist with a couple of years' experience in the field. I also teach. I'm a lecturer at a certain university, and I shout on the internet from time to time. I don't know if you've stumbled upon me, but if you haven't, I will find you. But that's me, and this is my lovely panelist. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Esther Mwango, a brand manager and marketing specialist. I'm here today representing the Common Wananchi and the School of Hard Knocks, which everybody goes through, and life experience. So today I'm your panelist with Togo here. So I hope you're going to have fun and let's do this.
Mujibambe,
So, hi everyone.
Hi.
My name is Patricia, and I'm a guest today at the Sip and Chat show. I was really excited to be here today because I can already sense like it's barely any time into the event, and it's like already really good energy. So, I'm a graphic designer, and I guess should I ask my question now?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, why is it that people get scared when they're about to experience the ideal situation in a romantic sense? Because something I've never been able to understand is like when someone is just about to experience something new and good to them, and they tend to either push someone away or I don't know, they tend to like kind of like self-sabotage. So I'm kind of curious. I think I have an answer of my own, but I'm curious to hear what other people have to say about that.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Do you want to take it first?
but yeah, I can give you my opinion from my perspective. Most of the time, people get scared over things the unknown. If you have something unknown, everybody usually has that sense of, I don't know what's going to happen. So the self sabotaging happens because you do not know the unknown. So before you know, you end up doing something that you do not know.
That is so true. I agree.
Yeah. So most self sabotaging,
Yeah,
you sometimes you don't even know you're doing it,
that's
but it just ends up hurting you, and it ends. But I think with due time, if you capture your and understand yourself very well, in due time you're able to like work through it.
Yeah, it's and by the way, just to add on to what you're saying, it's like you have to understand for a lot of people, unknown is peace, unknown is genuine love, unknown is being cared for, being taken care of. Because what you knew from, let's say, your formative life, how you grew up was maybe it was emotional neglect, maybe it was in one way or another. So of course, it's a natural feeling to be scared, but I don't know. I feel like joy always lies on the other end of being brave. Don't you agree, Patricia?
I do agree. People say inconvenience is the price of community. So I guess that's like an inconvenience you kind of have to get past.
Yeah, sometimes satisfaction is on the other side of fear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? That is so. And she's so pretty. Huh? Togo. Woo! She is so pretty. Togo.
That she is. She is very beautiful. She happens to be my date as well, so be very kind to her, okay?
Thank you as well. All right.
Tumie lugha ya taifa.
Zote ziko sawa.
Utaongea hata
Anyway, I'll
Kiswahili.
just use English. Since I have so many questions, I'll just ask one. What conversation should you have before entering into a relationship to ensure that it's successful from the jump and you're both on the same page?
Conversation.
Yes.
Hey, there's a lot you guys need to talk about before you jump into a relationship. First of all, most of the time the biggest factor in relationships is money. First. Friendship, what kind of friendship you guys have. I would also say Okay, so friendship, money, and other things. Because I would actually stick on the friendship first, because that is the glue that holds a relationship together. If you're not friends, money won't make sense. Everything else won't make sense. Or what do you think?
I completely agree. Like, you see, what you're talking about, it's the parameters for compatibility. Okay? So you have to think for yourself, right? Everybody prioritizes different things based on your environment, right? You see, think of yourself like a typical animal, right? You adapt to what you saw first in terms of your early environment. If your early environment taught you some certain things about the world, there's some things you prioritize, right? Me, I'll be honest, I prioritize considerate, authentic people, right? So I'll ask questions around that kind of thing, right? Like, nataka kujua, like when mtiaji, like I want to like break it down, and those are the questions that you want to ask, you know. And a lot of people fear that hizo maswali, like they'll push someone away, you know.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you have to understand, with the right people, those questions just draw them closer, you know. So that fear that somebody might run away is actually like, just tap into that, understand the wrong people will go away, and that's okay, you know. Because those questions, it's a filtering thing, you know, based on what you're talking about, like finances,
Yeah.
how you guys relate, you know.
Yeah.
But you have to have that clarity within yourself, like, okay, what is it that I actually want, you know?
So yeah, and to add on to what he's just said too, everybody, each and every person is a different individual. So whatever works for you may not work for another person. Maybe you want something different. Maybe your priority in the relationship is, I don't want to use that word.
Money.
Sema.
Eh? So, okay, there's somebody whose priority is sex. There's somebody whose priority is companionship. There's somebody whose so each and every person has a different priority in the relationship. So whichever works for you, that is what you should go.
Yeah. Tell us.
What do you
Tumekujibu.
think? Yeah.
Ah,
Ah.
yes, you've answered the question.
Do you have another one?
I mean, I had 5, so.
So hey, open. Ask all the questions. Yeah. Ask all the.
other people a chance.
No.
And then-
Tuko na time, Susan.
Yeah. Just
Tell us.
speak.
Okay. How do you progress the relationship from the first date to commitment? Like, what are the stages?
Stages of commitment.
Yeah, like for example, what's the timeline, the stages? How
Eh,
do you
eh,
how do you how do you factor in the progress?
Should I take
And
that
let's say
one?
like for
Yeah.
example,
I think you should answer that one, because for me, acha tu. Yeah. Please do.
Okay, think about it like this, right?
Mhm.
Time plays the part of learning how authentic somebody is. Think about it like it's like a litmus test, right? So you want to talk to somebody long enough to see if what they're saying about themselves is actually true. You get? If somebody says they're a kind person, interact with them long enough to see that kindness through in different seasons. You get?
Yes.
So it's like when you start talking to somebody, go on dates, experience things with them so that you understand. Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, you understand what flavor of person you're dealing with, because how they behave will always tell you where they are as people. You know what I mean? Yeah. I hope I've answered that. Or rather, we've answered that. What about
Actually, I believe that is very true, because with time you will be able to understand the person's character and all the other factors. But there are people, again, everybody is different. I will keep saying that. Kuko na wase, when you start getting to know them, ile pretense inaisha. So it starts falling through the cracks. You end up having the shell of the person that you began with. So time, what he
Time.
said, time.
Mhm.
Time will determine whether it's going to happen or.
And if it's real, by the way, no one is gonna rush you. You get? You know those people is like, apana, we need to be a thing right now. Those are anxious people, you know. That's what ends up, you end up in funny
Desperation.
spaces.
You don't need that.
Okay, I mean, we have been desperate at some point. I'm just saying, like, but I learned, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you need time, you know?
Yeah.
I think also when wazimu they deserve love, you know.
Hakuna mtu hajasema. Wait, mwenda wazimu in what context? Like cheesy ama what exactly do you mean by mwenda
I'm
wazimu?
just joking.
Cheesy wa mapenzi. See, what we've all gone through that phase, you know?
I'm just joking.
Okay.
How do you get a person to commit to you, man or woman?
Sorry?
How do you get a person to commit to you, man or woman?
Getting a person to commit.
Yes.
Matendo.
Okay.
Matendo ya mtu yatafanya either you guys will have a discussion and they will decide. You cannot force somebody to love you or commit to you. Somebody will fall in love with your character or your being, one way or the other. So you can that's something that you cannot predict.
Yeah.
It's not predictable. It's just with whatever it is that you have at that moment and how you feel. That is how you will know how to move to the next step. They will either commit to you or not. Or what do you think, Togo?
I honestly, I agree on many levels. Think about it like this, right? It's not something that you can actively impact, but it's something that you can actually enjoy the result of over time. What I mean by that is this, right? Let me break it down to you, right? Let's say you like this person, right? And you're like, I really want this person to want me, which is a healthy thing to do, right? Because, of course, if you have a healthy self-esteem, you expect if I like somebody, they could like me back, you know what I mean? Lakini, at that stage, it's understanding that not everybody you want has the capacity to want you or even sustain you, you know, and also in accepting that, just kukubali hivo. But at the end of the day, if you're in that stage in your life where you're just operating as you, safe enough within your own space, as just mimi kama mwanaume, mimi kama mwanamke, I'm comfortable in my skin to be accepted, rejected as I am. I promise you will find a bird of a feather. You know, you'll find somebody who you see things exactly the same way to an extent where commitment makes sense, you know. But you have to understand, dating is a vetting process. You get? What I mean by that, think about in car job, right? What would apply?
Let me interrupt a little bit.
Niambie.
I want to clarify the question.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Let me give an example. Let's say, for example, you're looking for a job, right? If you want the employer to hire you,
Yes.
you have to have either a
CV.
degree or
Yeah.
whatever they look for. Maybe it's a degree, experience, whatever. So, that's the lane I'm thinking.
But think about a relationship like your dream job, right?
Mhm.
Kuna makazi mingi huku nje unaweza pata, right? If you're physically fit enough, unaweza beba simiti paka 5th floor. True or false? You know, but if you're looking for a specific job, it has to suit who you are. You know what I mean? Let me give you an example. Me, I teach, I do all these things because it allows my schedule to be flexible because that's who I am. You get? It's the same way with love. You want somebody who it's like a glove to a hand. It needs to fit, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. I hope we answer that.
You've answered.
I don't have anything more to add on to because I think amesema yote.
How long should it take from strangers to a relationship?
Ndo na haraka boss. Maswali zote ni za timeline. Typically, I saw this study that was talking about the average time for a relationship to a healthy relationship to form is usually 3 months, right? Because if you meet 3 months.
Seriously?
Kujuana ile you're spending enough time together, 3 months.
That is the maximum time that we should.
No, not maximum. That is the minimum requisite time to okay, can I
people to
can I take it to the next stage with this person? Do you know why?
Why?
Because in that time you see the sociopath, the narcissist, the manipulative people, they're very impatient. That 3-month period, after that people they get tired of faking it. Now you get to know the real person, you know. So it is the timeline it takes to get to know who this person is and to find out if they're compatible with you. For some, minimum 3 months, for others 6 months, for others a year. But we're all different, you know?
I think I have a different theory.
Educate us.
So for me, I believe if you meet somebody, sometimes I will say people have a spirit of discernment. You're like, this is going to be a devil, or this person is going to be an angel, or there's just that feeling. I think most women will agree with me that if you meet somebody, you can tell stranger danger. Sindio? Yeah. Women actually do feel like this person I'm safe with, or this person I'm not safe with. So I believe once you meet somebody, if that person is for you, somehow you will be able to tell whether this person is long-term or short-term. I don't know about guys, but yeah, for me, yeah, I believe women actually have some form of instinct that tells you this person is either long-term or short-term. But ni zile red flags zenye ambazo tunashinda tu tumesema, he's going to change, he's going to, and then we end up, yes.
But
that is it.
For that one, especially as a guy, this one I'll just tell you from that perspective, right? Women have been socialized to be more in touch with their emotions, right? In your intuition, it's not a fairy in the sky. You get it is the sum total of your subconscious looking at tiny little details and like this does not add up. Unasema uko hivi, lakini why would you do this? You know what I mean? But for men, because we've been socialized to have a very distant relationship with our emotions, typical. A child falls down, a boy, usilie, a girl, ni sawa kama mi. You know, you see the difference. So if you take that person now in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, trusting your intuition is hard because your intuition has been something you've been taught to mistrust, you know. That's why guys fall onto like the logical side of things. That's why it's like with the guys, actually tell them, write a list. Because if you trust your gut will take you to hell, you know. And I'm just being honest. I hope to be good.
But yeah, you've answered all my questions, so yeah.
Fantastic.
Should I give it to? Bye.
Thank you.